What they will be? What is JavaScript? Scripting language. Scripting language. Then create websites, web pages. Dynamic web pages or static web pages? Dynamic web pages. Dynamic means they're able to interact with that web page. Okay. Intena. Object. Okay. Object oriented programming language. Then again, next. Client side. Same. Scripting language, client side. Okay. So before that, x equal to 10. Console.log. Console.log. Now, what will be the output? What will be the output for this code? 10. What is output for this output? Code. 10 is going to give 10. But whenever we are declaring the variable in JavaScript, so is this correct way? We need to declare along with the keyword, right? Keyword. It might be var, let, const, whatever it may be. At least one from these three we need to place in front of this variable name. Okay, it might be var or let or const. So if I'm not mentioning any keyword in front of that variable, should never ever take this particular value as a variable. It is not going to assign this value to this variable. It should raise a error. But here it is not raising any error. It is just returning 10. Okay. So someone is going to come. So just assume. మనం ఏదైనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తాము మనం ఒక వేరియబుల్ x ఈక్వల్ టు 10 తీసుకున్నాం సో అది లెట్ తో డిక్లేర్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది సో లెట్ x equal to 10 we are able to modify but redeclaration is not possible where both are possible const both are not possible okay so here we have not declared this particular variable with any keyword so we can just able to update it again is it or not we're able to update it. So what is the features it is going to give no so it should not happen it is a bug rate okay whenever I have declared a variable at least it needs to follow some set of rules okay either it might be a var rules like var keyword rules or let keyword rules or const keyword rules okay so whenever I have declared a variable in front of that variable name I need to mention any one keyword okay so here it is allowing okay it should not going to allow whenever we are making this particular script using use strict just check I think spelling. Yeah. Here. So whenever I am enabling this use strict inside the scripted tag, okay, inside the scripted tag, whenever I am using this use strict, then this particular JavaScript code will execute in strict mode. Okay, so it is going to execute in strict mode. Okay, what is this strict mode is going to do? If there is any syntactical mistakes, it is going to highlight that particular syntactical mistakes. Okay, so if there is any redeclarations like without mentioning the keywords, we are going to declare any variables. Immediately, it is going to raise an error, a reference error. X is not defined. Okay, so whenever we have placed any keyword in front of that particular X, then only we are able to allow to use that particular variable. Clear. So strict mode. Okay. So it is easy to find out if we are doing any mistakes in our JavaScript. Okay. Inside the script tag, if you are going to do any mistakes, so it is easy to find out. Okay. So then again, so there will be a less chance to avoid this particular things. Okay. Sorry. There will be a less chance to get this particular errors. Okay. Here. Then again, so till now we have not declared functions. Sorry, we have not discussed functions. So function to basic add return a plus a. So here this function is accepting parameters. So console.log. So we add 2 comma 3. So this add is function name. Okay, this function name. I'm calling this function name. I'm passing some arguments. Okay, 2 will be assigned to this a, 3 will be assigned to this a. Then what will be the addition of this particular function? Just b. Okay. So here. So here a equal to 2, b equal to 3. So what it is going to get? Sorry, a comma b, not a comma b. Sorry, a plus b. So here, what it is returning? A plus b, 5. So here, if I pass 5 comma 3, then 8. Okay. So like this, we are going to do additional like addition operation. So here a comma a plus a. So now this time, what will be the output? Hmm? 10. On 8 also. No, so it's going to return 6. So, okay, sorry. We need to stop this state mode. So in sloppy mode, we are going to get 6. Okay. So it is what it is happening. A has been declared equal to 5. Then again, I am updating this A with 3. Okay. Now A value becomes 3. A plus A. 3 plus 3, 6. Whenever I have disabled this strict mode in sloppy mode. So without use strict, if you are executing script, it is a sloppy mode. Okay. If you are mentioning here use strict, it is a strict mode. Okay. I have just enabled strict mode. This time it will never ever execute this particular. So here duplicate parameter names. Okay. So this time it will never ever allows. You need to change in parameters. Clear. So use strict. Okay. So whenever we are going to write JavaScript code without like to avoid any syntactical mistakes. Okay, these things. So here you are going to mention use strict at the top of script tag. Okay, inside the script tag at the top. position we need to place this particular use strict inside the string. Clear? Okay. So now what is JavaScript? Okay. So what is JavaScript? Okay, here it is. So what is JavaScript? Definition. ఇక్కడ separate గా చెప్తాం. Just single definition. Features. JavaScript is a scripting language which is used to create dynamic web pages. Yes, it is a basic. Okay, so here first one, high level. Okay, so JavaScript is a high level language. Okay, so then again next, just give me a second. Yeah. Next, case insensitive. No, we are not going to use. Where we are going to use? Yes, so here tag names are case insensitive. HTML tag names are case insensitive. So here garbage collection. Garbage collection. Third one. Compiler. Compiler. So then fourth one. So here prototypical. Oops. Okay. So oops here prototypical object oriented. Okay. Prototypical object oriented. So then 5. The JavaScript is multi paradigm. Okay, so then again 6, first class function. It supports first class functions. And again dynamic. Okay, so compiler level. Yeah, almost done. So here there is one more thing. High level, which here JIT multi-paradigm first class function dynamic. Yeah, till here it is okay. So if there is miss anything, no issue, we'll discuss. Okay, so here, so what is this high level language? So high level language, so where we are going to write this particular thing in human understanding language, normal general English we are writing here, right? Okay, so that is the one. Then another one is, so here in high level language we are not going to manage its memory allocation. Okay, so here let or var x equal to 10, I'm just declaring that variable. I'm not even just declaring here allocate this particular memory. But when coming to the low level languages, C++ or low level languages, here in C++, we need to mention pointers, okay, to allocate memory, some memory in CPU. Okay, so whenever, so we have declared a variable. Okay, so here we need to mention some memory allocation for this particular variable in CPU. Okay, so in C we are going to see malloc. Okay, so malloc free. So whenever we need to add data in memory, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే మెమరీలో డేటా యాడ్ చేయాలనుకుంటామో సో యాడ్ చేయడానికి సిలో malloc అని ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా, MALLOC. ఓకే, సో stdio.h. ఓకేనా, సో దాన్ని డిక్లేర్ చేసి సో దాన్ని మనం మెమరీ అలొకేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం మన లైబ్రరీస్ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం మెమరీ అలొకేట్ చేయగలం. ఓకేనా, డైరెక్ట్ ద లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు allocate some memories. Okay, so like this high level language. Okay, so we are not going to manage manually any memory allocations or delocations. Okay, we are not going to add any memory addresses and we are not going to remove that addresses. Okay, then again hardware components మనం change ikkada. The language itself it is going to handle itself. Clear? So then again high level garbage collection. What is this garbage collection? In Python also it is there. What is this garbage collection? మనం డిక్లేర్ చేసి యూజ్ చేయనప్పుడు యా ఫంక్షన్ or else let a equal to 20. Okay, so here function sum inside this return 2 plus 5. Okay, so here let or else const p is equal to 10. So this is my function console.log sum. Okay, so now what it is going to return? So what it is going to return? So it is going to return 7, which is addition of this 2 plus 5. Okay, but where is this 2? So where is this 20 and 10 has been went? So whenever we have declared a variable, okay, so that variable will be stored inside in memory. Okay, so then if we are using this particular variables inside this particular function or else after upcoming coding, if you are going to use that particular variables, it is going to utilize that particular values. Okay, if we are not going to use these particular things in upcoming coding statements, then it is going to remove from this particular memory, which is garbage collection. Okay, so general what is garbage? Same here. If we are not using this particular variable inside your coding statements, okay, so in this statements we have not declared, like we have not utilized this a value. Okay, I have not accessed this a value, then it is no use, right? Memory has been wasted for that particular value. So that is the reason it has been went to garbage collection. It has been removed. Okay, clear? On. So once they have entered into school, so what was the school timing? 9 to 4:45 or 5. So after at 5 p.m. they have just like they are going to ring that particular bell. Okay, after ringing that bell, so is there any students or children who is going to stay in that school? No, no one is going to stay. So they are going to, like, whenever that bell has been rang. So here, once that execution has been done, okay, if there is any data which is not accessible, okay, accessed furtherly, it has been removed. Okay, clear? So here compiler. So sorry. Okay. So here, any idea on Python? Python is an interpreter language or compiler language? Interpreter. So now what is interpreter and compiler? Yeah. Yeah. So here, so this is my like IDE. Okay, I'm going to write some set of lines code. Okay. So if it is compiler language, C is compiler language. Okay. So what it is going to do? So after writing all these statements, okay, we need to compile this particular code using compile code. Okay. So compile command. Then it is going to compile all these particular codes like lines. Okay. So then it is going to raise an response. If there is no errors, it is going to allow us to run this particular code. If there is an errors, in compilation time only, it is going to give that particular errors. Yours like a line number 4 or else line number 5 is rising some errors. Like this, it is going to rise an errors in compilation time. Okay. So here compiler or else compilation like compiler languages, it is going to execute entire code in single shot. Okay, after writing entire code, so after writing all this code, I am going to run this particular code in single shot. Okay, so when coming to interpreter languages, Python. Okay, so line by line, it is going to execute. So it is going to execute this line. If there is no errors, then it is going to allow us to write in this. We are able to write this second line also, but here it is going to raise some error. Okay, so like this, so line by line execution. Okay, interpreter. Okay. So I hope you are getting with clear with compiler and interpreter. Okay. So both needs parser. Okay. Compiler from top to bottom, it is going to parse line by line. Okay. Then it is going to compile. Then this compiler will be converted into low level languages. So here, this is high level language in the sense human readable language. Okay. So here, this human readable language, any programming language, it might be C, Python, okay, whatever it may be, JavaScript, whatever it may be, it will be in high level. Okay, this high level will be converted into low level. Okay, so low level, zeros and ones, binary language. Okay, so here high level will be converted into low level with the use of the help of compiler. The help of compiler. So first, this entire set of code, okay, code statements will be parsed. Parse in the sense line by line execution. Okay, parsing is nothing but execution. Line by line, it is going to execute. So here in compiling, entire code will be executed in single shot. Okay, parse. So compiler design is language, right? Parse this, all these things will be involved. So here it is going to convert this high level into low level. Okay. Similarly, interpreter line by line it is going to execute. Okay. So interpreter, this line will be converted into low level. Next line will be converted into low level. So there will be no compiler. Okay. Direct. Okay. So when coming to the JavaScript, it is not compiler and not interpreter completely. Okay. Not completely compiler. Then again, not 100% interpreter. It's a hybrid version of both compiler and interpreter. Okay, so here it is just in time. So here it is just in time compiler. JIT, JIT, just in time compiler. So I think in Java also same. Okay, just in time compiler only. Okay, what is this is going to do? So here, just in time compiler, what it is going to do? So it is going to convert this high level into abstract syntax tree. Okay, abstract syntax tree, which is optimized code. Okay, so how are high? our high level language will be converted into optimized code. Here it is abstract syntax tree. Okay, in Java there will be another name. Okay, so here in JavaScript, AST. Okay, so optimized code. This optimized code will be converted by using this compiler, converted into low level language. Okay, so if there is any unoptimized code in this particular step it has found, then it is going to give this particular unoptimized code again to this compiler. Okay, so here high level language will be converted into abstract syntax tree, AST. Then this will be compiled, then it will be converted into low level language. Okay, so if there is any unoptimized code, it will be written back to this compiler. Okay, so JIT, just in time compiler. So we are going to celebrate. There is no festival, right? Okay, so we are going to celebrate Sankranti, right? Pongal. Okay, so I'm going to buy. So what we are going to make in festival time? Then on పండగ ఏం చేస్తాం? ఇంటనా పండక్కి తినవా? మెయిన్ ఉండేది పండక్కి తినడం. సో పండక్కి తినాలి, అదే మెయిన్ అసలుకి. పండగ అంటేనే మనకి తినేది అంతే, ఓకేనా? సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు బై. సో టు just give me a second. So I need to make sweets. Okay, so if it is a festival, we are going to make sweets. Okay, so to create that particular sweets, so what is the first ingredient we need? Sweets cheyalante first ingredient. Next. చూడ అసలుకి ఫస్ట్ ఆయిల్ కావాలా? ఆయిల్ లేకుండా ఏమి చేస్తావా? సరే, నాకైతే ఆయిల్ కావాలి, ఎందుకంటే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆయిల్ కావాలి. ఓకేనా? సో హియర్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు బై oil packets. Just I went to the shop. Okay, so I have just to bring 10 oil packets. Okay, here. So my mom is just waiting inside the kitchen for me. Okay, so here just first compiler. Okay, so what is this compiler is going to do? So my mom is waiting inside this kitchen. Okay, so this is storeroom. Just assume this is storeroom. Okay, so in this storeroom I have stored 10 oil packets. I need to just get this particular 10 packets. Then I need to provide these particular things to my mom. Okay, so compiler, what this compiler is going to do? So all these 10 packets I'm going to hold. Then I'm going to arrange all these things in one box. Okay, so then that box I'm going to just bring it. Then I'm going to give to my mom. Okay, in single shot. So then here what it is going to do, my mom. So one by one she's going to cut it and she's going to use that particular one. There will be a time consumed. సో ఒకటి తర్వాత ఒకటి కట్ చేయాలా? 10 ఒకటేసారి కట్ చేసి వస్తుందా? లేదు, ఒకటి తర్వాత ఒకటే కట్ చేయాలా. సో ఒకటి కట్ చేయాలి, నెక్స్ట్ అది అయిపోయినాక ఇంకోటి. సో ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ సమ్ టైమ్. ఓకే, ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ సమ్ టైమ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఓకే, సో క్లియరా? Interpreter. So here there will be a 10 packets. What I am going to do? First, one packet I am going to give to my mom. Okay, then she is going to start use that particular one. So then again I am going to come back. Okay, so then again second one I am going to do. So whenever I am going to give the second one, she is waiting, right? She is waiting. So నేను ఫస్ట్ ప్యాకెట్ తీసుకోపోయి ఇచ్చొచ్చా, ఓకేనా? సో ఇచ్చేసినాక సో షీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు స్టార్ట్ యూస్, దాన్ని యూస్ చేయడానికి స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సో దెన్ నేను మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ వచ్చి సెకండ్ ప్యాకెట్ తీసుకెళ్లేసరికి వెయిట్ చేస్తా ఉన్నా సెకండ్ ప్యాకెట్ కోసం. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ఆల్సో దేర్ విల్ బి సమ్ టైం వెయిట్. సో దట్ టైం వేస్టింగ్. అర్థమవుతుందా ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నాను? మాకెందుకు ఈ నోన్ ప్యాకెట్స్ అంటారా? జస్ట్ గ్రాప్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ టాపిక్. కాన్సెప్ట్. ఓకేనా? సో నేను నెక్స్ట్ దానికోసం వచ్చేసరికి ఫస్ట్ టైం వెయిటింగ్ టైం అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ. సో దెన్ అగైన్ థర్డ్ దానికోసం వచ్చా, సెకండ్ కంప్లీట్ అయింది, వెయిట్ చేస్తా ఉంది, మళ్ళీ థర్డ్ తీసుకొని పోయి ఇచ్చొస్తున్నాం. సో 1 by 1 ఇలా 10 times చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకేనా? ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్. ఓకేనా? సో దెన్ అగైన్ JavaScript, what it is going to do? Just in time compiler. So this 10 packets will be converted into batches. Batches. Three. Then 3 or 4 in one batch. Then 1. So I'm going to give these 3 packets to my mom. She is going to start using this particular tool. So ఆ 3 processor కి నేను ఇంకో 3 ఎత్తుకొని పోయి ఇచ్చేసి రావచ్చు కదా. జస్ట్ అజ్యూమ్. సో ఆ 3 కంప్లీట్ అయ్యేసరికి ఇంకో 3 తీసుకొని వెళ్ళి రెడీగా ఉంటాం. సో టైం విల్ బి మేనేజ్డ్ రైట్ హియర్. సో ఫస్ట్ 3 I have just batched this 10 into 4 parts. 3 I'm going to just give this particular 3 packets to my mom. Then she start going to utilize this particular things. So by the time she is going to complete this 3 packets, I'm going to get this remaining, like whatever the remaining items, I'm going to get this back. Okay? So then she is just using this 3, then again next one. So then again next. Then again last. Clear? Okay? So I'm going to divide my entire code into batches. Okay? So here this particular batch will be converted into optimized. Okay, here batch is nothing but optimized code. So this is our code. This is optimized code. This optimized code will be converted into low level language. Here it is optimized. Okay? అర్థమైందా? అర్థం కదా? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బాగాలేదా? So here function sample let y equal to 10. Let x equal to 5. I have not declared x, right? Yeah. So then again function sample2 let z equal to 15. Okay, so return, just I'm going to pass the return. That's it. So here this particular function sample2, okay, which has been child for this outermost function. Okay, so this is global variable. Okay, globally I have declared outside the function. I'm able to use this particular x inside this function and again inside this particular second function also. Okay, now so x value global variable. So ఇది ఏ ఫంక్షన్ లో అయినా యూస్ చేయొచ్చు, ఫస్ట్ ఫంక్షన్ లో యూస్ చేయొచ్చు, సెకండ్ ఫంక్షన్ లో యూస్ చేయొచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే ఇది గ్లోబల్ వేరియబుల్. ఈ z ఎక్కడ యూస్ చేయగలుగుతాం? విత్ ఇన్ ద ఫంక్షన్ విచ్ ఇస్ సెకండ్ ఫంక్షన్. ఓకేనా? ఎందుకంటే ఇది పేరెంట్ ఫంక్షన్, ఇది చైల్డ్ ఫంక్షన్. ఓకేనా? సో పేరెంట్ ఫంక్షన్ యొక్క ప్రాపర్టీస్ చైల్డ్ యూజ్ చేయగలుగుతాడు, చైల్డ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ పేరెంట్ యూజ్ చేయలేదు. రియల్ టైమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ లో పేరెంట్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ మనం తీసుకుంటాం, మనం ప్రాపర్టీస్ పేరెంట్స్ కి ఇస్తామా? పవన్ ఇస్తామా? మన పిల్లలకే ఇస్తాం, అంతే కదా. సో వీఆర్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ అవర్ పేరెంట్స్. హియర్ వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు యూజ్ అవర్ పేరెంట్స్ ప్రాపర్టీ. సో ఈ y వాల్యూ నేను ఇక్కడ యూజ్ చేయగలుగుతా, కానీ z వాల్యూ నేను పైన యూజ్ చేయలేదు. ఓకేనా? సో జస్ట్ టేక్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ స్మాల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో హియర్ z, okay, so z is able to use this x and y. Okay, so like this, if there is multiple variables, okay, so execution context, so here it is going to generate a tree like structure. Okay, each variable is going to use this tree like structure. This is nothing but abstract syntax tree. Okay, so ఇక్కడ బేసిక్ స్మాల్ 3 వేరియబుల్స్ కాబట్టి ఇలా వచ్చింది. ఓకేనా? సో ఇలా 1 by 1 జనరేట్ అవుతా ఉంటది. ఓకేనా? సో అలా ట్రీ లైక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ వీఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ, దాన్ని చూడలేం మనం, జస్ట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ మనకు అర్థం అవ్వాలంతే. క్లియరా? compiler. Prototypical object-oriented programming language. So there will be a huge concept it is. Okay. So, but the thing is here comparing to Java. Okay, Java is powerful programming, like a powerful object-oriented programming language. Okay, comparing to Java, it is not that much powerful. It's a prototypical object-oriented programming language. Okay, what is this prototype? The language itself, it has been going to create some methods. Okay, we are going to see this all these things in upcoming whenever we are going to discuss loops. Okay, so it is not a class, like we are able to use this class also. It is not like a complete object oriented programming language. JavaScript is a prototypical object oriented programming language. Okay, so then as again, what is this multi paradigm? What is this multi paradigm? So what is this multi? Multiple, more than one. So paradigm, there will be a multiple ways to execute this particular JavaScript. We are able to write this JavaScript in multiple ways. Okay, there will be different types. So here, when coming to the JavaScript, we are able to write functional programming language. There will be a different programming, like however we are writing. మనం ఎన్ని types లో మనం ఈ programming languages అని రాయొచ్చు. So it is a functional programming language. Okay, JavaScript is a functional programming language. Then again, object-oriented programming language. Okay, function అంటే so high order functions, closures వస్తాయి మనకు upcoming. Okay, function is going to using functions we are going to write this particular programming languages. Just okay, na? Functional programming language, object-oriented programming language using this object class. Okay, we are going to use this particular class to write this particular JavaScript. Okay, then again procedural like procedural programming language. Okay, procedure like almost textual format. Okay, so control statements అంటే ఏంది control statements, if else. So then again switch case, same control ఉన్న అదే. Okay, for loops. Okay, conditional statements, control statements almost same. Control చేస్తుంది అక్కడ కండిషన్ ట్రూ అయితేనే కదా ముందరకు వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా, కంట్రోల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్, కండిషనల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్, దెన్ అగైన్ ఫంక్షన్స్. ఓకే, సో హియర్ functional programming language అంటే high order functions, closures. Okay, so then again it is going to return another function. Okay, function we are passing like this. So there will be a different programming languages inside JavaScript only, different ways. Okay, multi paradigm. Okay, functional programming language, procedural programming language. Okay, then again object oriented programming language, and so on. Okay, like this. First class function. Okay, what is this first class function? In JavaScript, let sample or else first is equal to function so console.log function executed. Okay, function executed. So here now this is my function, right? This is my function. Okay, so I have assigned this particular function to this variable. Okay, so first class function in the sense, so we are able to assign function as a value. Okay, we are able to give this function as a value, then this value will be assigned to a variable. Okay, so this time first I'm going to call by using this variable name. So I'm going to use this, but no issue. So just to go and check it output here. Function executed. Function. Okay, no issue. I'm going to stop. So function. So when coming to the first class function, so function will be assigned as a value. Okay, so here I have declared function as a value, then this value will be assigned to the variable. Okay, we are able to assign function to the variables. Okay, then again function as a parameters. Okay, then again we are able to return the functions. Okay, these things are possible in JavaScript. Okay, so that is the reason they are going to call it as first class functions. Okay, clear. Then again dynamic. What is this dynamic is going to be? So what is dynamic? Dynamic. Hmm? So dynamic language in the sense dynamic typed here. So the dynamic typed. Okay. So we are not going to declare that variables, data types. Okay. So x equal to 10. If we are going to mention x equal to 10, that language will treat that variable data type is number. There is no int in JavaScript. Number. We are going to assign this x equal to string, some text, x equal to Peter. Then that language treat this x data type is string. Okay, we are not going to mention any data type in this particular JavaScript. So it is dynamic typed language. Okay, so JavaScript is high level programming language or scripting language. Here, garbage collection, it supports garbage collection. Then again, it is going to execute that code using just in time compiler. Okay, so then again, it has oops, okay, prototypical object oriented programming language. Then again, first class functions. Okay, so it is a multi paradigm. Then it is dynamic typed. Okay, so there will be one more. So this time I missed. Hmm? First class function. Yeah. So here, this is my function. I'm going to assign this function, like this is a value for this variable, right? Okay, I'm going to assign this function as a value to this variable. ఈ ఫంక్షన్ వాల్యూ అనుకోండి. సో ఓకేనా, వేరియబుల్ కి మనం ఇవ్వగలుగుతాం, వాల్యూ ఇవ్వగలుగుతాం. సో హియర్ దిస్ ఫంక్షన్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ వాల్యూ. ఓకే, సో వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు అసైన్ దిస్ ఫంక్షన్స్ టు ద వేరియబుల్స్. ఓకే, మనం వేరియబుల్ కి డిక్లేర్ చేయగలుగుతాం వాల్యూస్ లాగా ఫంక్షన్స్ ని. సో అందుకే మనం ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అంటాం. దెన్ అగైన్, సో హియర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ అ ఫస్ట్ రైట్, సో వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు పాస్ వన్ మోర్ ఫంక్షన్. ఇంకో ఫంక్షన్ ని మనం ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ గా పంపించచ్చు ఇక్కడ. జస్ట్ అజ్యూమ్ సెకండ్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ ఉంది. సెకండ్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ ని ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ గా పంపించచ్చు. పారామీటర్స్ హియర్ ఇట్ విల్ జస్ట్ లైక్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్యాప్చర్. ఓకే, function has parameters, sorry, not arguments, parameters. Okay, can also pass arguments also. And coming to the events, can I click event, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే క్లిక్ చేస్తామో ఏమైనా ఫంక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది కదా. So we are going to discuss events also. So there we are going to pass this function as an argument. Okay, function we are going to pass it as parameters. Then again this function is going to return one more function. Return one more function. Okay, so higher order function. Okay, so function we are going to, like we are going to store this function as a value, and then we are going to assign it to the variable. Okay, then again function is going to return another function. Function we are passing as parameters, or else function we are passing as arguments. Okay, this is the priority, or else we are able to modify these functions like this. We are able to working in this many ways using these functions. Okay, so that is the reason first class function. Okay, clear. Yeah. We're going to stop. Regular courses. Those are optional. An issue. So I'm going to stop.